Hello, I am so excited to be here with you guys today. I hope everyone is joining Litmus Live 2024. There are so many great sessions, and I'm really excited to now talk to you about building a framework for customer journey. So, a little bit about me. I have been in the email marketing automation space for over 20 years. I started my consultancy in 2017, really because I wanted to work with small and mid-sized businesses. So this is just a snapshot of some of the brands that I've worked with. And customer journey is something that I'm super passionate about. So sometimes you'll hear they're called drip campaigns, automations, life cycle emails, customer journey, flows. But at the end of the day, it's all customer journey. So, what is a customer journey? Let's talk about, whoops, sorry about that. All right, let's talk about what is a customer journey. It's the complete experience that someone has with your brand at every touch point as they move from awareness, consideration, purchase to post purchase. It's really about sending the right message on the right channel. And the reason I say right channel is I'm going to talk a little bit about SMS as well at the right time. So, why do customer journeys matter? Why are we even discussing this today? They're an improved customer experience. They're more personalized than general marketing promotional emails because they arrive at the right time based on someone's unique journey with your brand. They build loyalty. You get more buyers, more repeat buyers, and more brand advocates from customer journey emails. You can nurture leads by having a series of emails. You guide them to a purchase faster. Think of a welcome versus a welcome series. I heard a stat recently that the difference between a welcome and a welcome series engagement is 33% more for a welcome series than just a standalone welcome. So that kind of goes into the whole why we need customer journey and why it's important. Customer journey can be consistent messaging across channels by having a series of emails or SMS messages or something, combining them together. You're guiding people to a much faster purchase. So let's just recap really quickly why customer journeys matter. Improved customer experience. They're more personalized than general marketing emails. They build loyalty. They nurture leads more effectively, and multi-channel consistent brand messaging at all points in the customer journey. So I want to talk today about why building a framework is key. One of the things that I have found, both for myself and for brands who come to me for my consulting business, often they log into the platform and they just start building the journey. That is overwhelming. You are staring at a screen, you're figuring out your platform, you're figuring out your messaging, you're figuring out the flow. It's overwhelming. So it's really important to have a framework for building these out, not just logging into your platform, writing the email, and hitting send. I want to talk today about 5 steps that I always use, both for my own journey for my business, as well as brands that I work with. So the framework is key because it allows you to map out customer engagement and tailor the messages to meet customer needs. And it also will provide insight for ongoing marketing. Your learnings and analysis from your customer journey emails can be applied to your ongoing promotional emails. So let's talk about my 5-step process. And I hope that it will become your 5-step process. So step 1, you want to identify the key touch points. Where do you want to reach people? What are the messages you're sending? And then what segments will you need? Are there seasonal considerations that you need to take into account? Some brands are very seasonal and their customer journey emails need to be updated based on that seasonality, and some are not. Once someone purchases, what happens next? What are the emails that you want to send them? Having a customer journey map will allow you to easily map out all the touch points that you want to have with someone after they purchase. And then, because we're talking about the whole customer journey, what happens to those who sign up and don't purchase, or those who purchase once and not again? And what, or how, or and if SMS will fit into your journey. SMS is becoming a much more stronger consideration today when it comes to determining if SMS should go into your email journey as part of the full customer journey. And the reason for that being is when people are opted into both channels, they are 2.4 times more likely to purchase from your brand. So SMS is definitely something that you want to consider. And as you think of the customer journey framework for email, you may want to determine if and how SMS fits in for your specific business. Going on to the map, I always think, and there's a ton of these types of platforms out there where you can create your journey map. It's important to do this before you log into your ESP. And if you don't have a tool like this, like the ones I'm showing you here, pen and paper works great too. You don't have to have anything fancy, just mapping out the journey. It can be on a whiteboard. Sometimes you'll go into a meeting and you'll do this on a whiteboard. Just mapping out the journey and not worrying about the platform or how you're going to execute it is really important. So let's go on to step 2, the messages, the actual emails themselves. You're going to structure your emails based on your journey map. Focus on specific objectives for each email. What is your call to action going to be? What is the actual copy that's going in? And then add additional messages for each touch point for A/B testing. Sometimes we think an email looks great or a message, really is going to grow the business and we're going to get a ton of sales, but really our audience is going to tell us what works and what doesn't. So A/B testing needs to be taken into account as you map out and build the messages for your customer journey. So step 3, this is actually the first time you should start building the journey or journeys in your email platform based on your map. As I said in the beginning, when I started talking about these 5 steps, if you do this step first, it's going to just become overwhelming and it's going to be harder for you to build out your journey. The platform is really just there to execute the journey, not be the place that you plan your journey. That's something that you want to do at step 1. So these are 3 examples of journeys that I've built out. You see on the left, very simple, one-off thank you message. Then the one in the middle, several more emails and different touch points. And then the one on the right is a little more complicated. There are definitely paths in which people exit the journey. So your map is going to kind of guide how you build this within your platform. Then comes the launch. So the email or SMS creative is not the only thing you should test before launch. Yes, it is important to make sure that you have tested all your emails, that everything renders correctly, that all the links are going to the correct landing page, that the messaging is correct. But that's only one part of the elements that you should test before launch. You want to test the data flow going into the journey. And you can create sample data that mimics your actual data for this step. I always build out test data that I can run through the journey before we actually hit that launch button to make sure that everything is going according to how we mapped it out, that we are making sure that the email we set up to go at day 1 is going at day 1, the email going out at day 5 is going at day 5, and obviously there's different behavioral criteria that may happen within the journey. If they purchase, if they don't purchase, if they click. All of these are different touch points within the journey, and you're really going to want to test that with some sample data before you hit that launch button to your subscribers and customers. Then, once you hit that launch button, monitor daily for a few days after launch to ensure that your journey flows are working as mapped. You want to make sure that the data coming into your platform is working exactly how you tested it, how you mapped it out. It's really something to monitor very closely, especially within those first few days, just to make sure everything is going according to your plan. And then the analysis. One of the things, as I said, I've been in email a long time. And when we first started talking about automated messages, we would talk about them as set it and forget it. But that is not the case. Yes, it's set it and forget it for a little while, but not, over time. So you want to regularly analyze your performance metrics. Maybe that's monthly, maybe that's quarterly, maybe that's on some other frequency where you're analyzing overall marketing data performance, but make sure that you are analyzing things on a regular basis. If you launched A/B testing, you want to determine when you're going to roll out the winning version. A/B testing works great and there's learning from it. So make sure that you roll that out. And maybe some of that A/B testing you're going to want to apply to your marketing messages outside of the journey. And then adjust your journey as business objectives change. All business objectives change from time to time. Your journey may map into those business objectives today. It may need to change 6 months from now, a year from now, but make sure that you're always adjusting your journey based on your business objectives. And then lastly, use the insights from your journey for your marketing emails. Take that analysis, determine what works for your brand, and take those learnings and apply them to your promotional emails. For example, if you've done A/B testing on your creative treatment as part of your journey and one significantly outperformed the other, maybe you want to roll that out to your regular marketing promotional messages. Whatever learnings you take away from your customer journey is something that can be applied across your marketing. So now I want to share a case study with you on how I utilize this 5-step approach for a specific customer. So I'm going to talk to you about the overview, what I knew about the client, the strategy, and the approach we took. So the goal of their email program is to increase their store traffic, not their online traffic, their in-store traffic. They had been sending a lot of offers via direct mail, but redemption was low and it was also expensive. They weren't able to track it as well. And they really wanted to take this and move it to more email. They knew that email was an effective channel for their brand, but they just weren't sure how to map out a full journey and basically take those mailers and apply them into an email program. They were sending emails, but their marketing messages were very ad hoc and they were not based on when someone purchased. And we had all that data, but they were just sending basically batch and blast. So we wanted to move them more to a customer journey approach, along with continuing to have promotional emails. So what did we do? We mapped out the customer journey. Through analysis that we did, we determined how many emails it took for a purchase. And that really helped guide us on how we were going to map out the people who had not yet purchased, who were just signing up for email. We also evaluated how data was passed to their ESP from their POS. And then we determined what triggers we needed. We needed to figure out how often data was coming in, what type of purchase information we had, what kind of products we had. And from there, we were able to really map out a journey. So let's see how this did once we launched. We started with the journey map. We then created the emails. We built the journey within their platform. And then we launched. And then we started to do the analysis. We found that their click rate, when we compared regular promotional emails to customer journey emails, their customer journey emails had click rates that were 172% higher than that of promotional marketing emails. And their average order value was 7.4 times higher than that of their regular promotional emails. So this was really great because it really showed that by adding customer journey, they were able to not only get to their customers at the right time based on their purchase, what they purchased and when, but they were able to increase their average order value. So let's talk about the lessons that we learned once we launched this and did our first analysis, which was probably about 2 to 3 months in. Early on, we determined that we needed to decrease the number of days between the first and second send, that when we A/B tested, but I'm just going to give examples, with sending email 1 on day 1, email 2 on day 3 versus email 1 on day 1, email 2 on day 7, we determined that we needed to decrease the number of days. And we learned that through A/B testing. We also realized that one of the things that we did not consider when we mapped out the original journey was a lapsed customer segment. And we really needed to include that in order to complete the journey. And while the journey emails are automated, we also needed to make sure they were aligned to seasonality versus being generic. Their business is very seasonal, and they wanted their creative to reflect the season. They wanted it to be more winter versus summer. Their products are very seasonal too. So it wouldn't make sense to have summer products in the winter email. So we couldn't do this in a generic way. We needed to, the framework stays the same, but the actual emails do get swapped on a fairly regular basis. And as I said, journeys don't have to be set it and forget it. This is the one thing about their specific customer journeys that do change based on seasonality. So I'm going to take this back to where I first started the conversation and why it's so important to have a customer journey. It's really about the right message on the right channel at the right time. By thinking of these 3 things, right message, right channel, right time, it's going to help you map out your customer journey. And I really hope that you will not only consider these 3 things, but to take my 5-step framework and really use it next time that you are thinking about building your customer journey or adding to your customer journey. I'm telling you, it has saved me so much time. It has saved my customers so much time by really mapping it out and thinking things through versus just logging into your application and launching. You really want to think about the framework. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your time at Litmus Live. And I will be over in the Slack channel shortly to answer any questions you have about customer journey. Happy to talk about other email marketing aspects too. But as I said, I'm really passionate about the customer journey and mapping this out. So if you have any questions, head on over to Slack and ask away. And if you'd like to reach out to me, I'm on LinkedIn. So feel free to hit me up on LinkedIn. And as I said, always happy to chat about anything email marketing. So thanks and have a great rest of the show. Bye.